everybody! It is the end of September. Oh my gosh, and the beginning of fall, my favorite season. To those of you who have only seen me on Facebook, the hair is gone. I cut 18 inches off a couple of months ago. So a couple of inches have probably grown back, but I love this haircut. It's so easy and it's fun. Fixing to have her trim up some stuff, and yeah, there's some gray up here you can't see, but that doesn't matter. So my TBR list for September was to read the last book of a bunch of series that I hadn't finished, because I suffer from last book syndrome. Always scared to see how horrific an author is going to end her books. Because I've read a couple of series that have just horrified me at the end, so it scares me. But I did manage to get a couple read. Well, let's say just one off my original list, and it was Goddess by Josephine Angelini, I think, yeah, Josephine Angelini. It's from the Star-Crossed series. Excellent series. A lot of Greek mythology. I loved it. My mom loved it. It was awesome. Everybody needs to read it. Love it. Next, I did manage to get a complete series read, which I think kind of counts because I read the last book in the series. And it was, I ran across this at one of our local stores here on the bargain book, and it's Darkness Becomes Her by Kelly Keaton. At first this book was a little slow for me, and the romance hit a little hard at first, but the storyline was intriguing and it was still something that I wanted to read. So as soon as I finished Darkness Becomes Her, I got on my little Kindle. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. And I downloaded A Beautiful Evil. And this is the second book by Kelly Keaton in Gods and Monsters. And it was even more amazing. You start to see the lines being drawn on who's on whose side and who might be a traitor, and it's just amazing to see Ari do the things that she does and come into her powers, and it's really cool. I just really like this book. And then, of course, you know, you can't read the first two if the third one happens to be out, which is actually what drew me to this series to start with, because I love this cover so much. The Wicked Within is the third book of the trilogy by Kelly Keaton, and it ends with a bang. It's a good story. It's it had a good ending. I really liked it. I enjoyed seeing how she intertwined some Egyptian mythology into the Greek mythology. And one of my favorite parts about this series altogether is that it took place in New Orleans. And it took place during the time of Mardi Gras, and I really enjoyed that. The parades and the different traditions and stuff. And so I would highly recommend this series to anybody. It's really a neat series. It really, really is. While I have my Kindle out, let me show you what else I happened to read on here before I go on to something else. This one is something I'm sure most of you have read. If not, you should probably jump on it. It's Origin by Jennifer Armentrout. It is the next to last book in the Lux series, and I just can't wait to read Opposition. This is such a good story. Really, really it is. Damon kicks ass. Alex kicks ass. There's just no other way to put it. These two wonderful individuals are so awesome, and man, there were some whoppers in the storyline here that really blew me away. It's one of my favorite in the series. I don't think there's anything else on here that I read. I am in the middle of reading The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm excited about that. It's really good so far. This is a book by Sarah Lachow, I think is how you pronounce it, and I read it. It's called Hydraulic Level 5. One of my friends at in one of our book clubs, Jenny, recommended it to me, and it's really an emotional read, but it's a really, really good book. It's her debut, and there's a second book coming out, and I could not recommend this book more. One of the best books I have read this year, and we're in September, so we're nearly done with this year. So if you get a chance, go get Hydraulic Level 5 by Sarah Lachow. You can go read my review at Better Read Than Dead. Of course, I'll provide links here in a little bit for you, so y'all can get over there to them. As far as my Kindle goes, we're done there. We'll switch that baby off. I think Hydraulic Level 5 is actually what got me off course on my reading. I did read, I got this in the mail, and you know, I've read it. I've probably read it twice on my Kindle, but it came in the mail, and it's all pretty, and it's all nice, and it's signed, guys. I mean, how could you not read it again? Cam easily goes up as one of my best book boyfriends ever. And between this book and Easy, they are two of my favorite new adult books. And yeah, they'll go side by side for this year because they're great books, and I think everybody should read them. This is also Jennifer L. Armentrout writing as Jay Lynn. This is a new adult book. It is not for young adults. There are sexual situations in here. So, young adults do not read. This is for 18 and older. I promise. Breaking Glass. I know Angela has this on her TBR for October. Really great book. I read The Ark by Lisa Amowitz. She's a really great girl, and I've enjoyed visiting with her back and forth. This is a good story. A lot of interesting characters. The only thing I felt like was there were so many characters in so little time that she didn't have time to expand her characters the way I would have liked to have seen them. I've got a few reviews up. I've got a few reviews I still need to write. But basically, my TBR for September went down the hatch. But that's okay. I got books read and found a new series I liked. And that's all that really counts, right? Happy September, and let's move on to October and get to Halloween, guys. Again, this is Kristen from Better Read Than Dead, and I will see y'all on my TBR post for October coming in just a minute. Bye.